Hello guys, this is FK and this is another hot take video. And yeah, what are we going to be talking about today? You probably saw it on the title already. That's why you click this video. So duh. So yeah, what I'm going to be sharing today is something that I've believed for a while. I've done some studies, not really studies like that. I've just observed a lot of things and observed my own career too over the past decade. And one thing I noticed is that if as a developer or any part you are in tech, whether you're UX, UI, UX person, whether you are doing DevOps or cloud architecture or whatever you're doing, if you chase jobs, if all you do is chase jobs, it will hurt your development. Yeah, it will hurt your skills as a developer or a UI or a designer or a DevOps person. Now just stay with me. Just stay with me. Let me walk you through my thought process here. So one thing I discovered is that I started tech around the time whereby there wasn't all these remote jobs and stuff and working for all these cool companies like Paystack, like Stripe or Netflix. There wasn't all that. You had to collect contracts. You collect contracts. Someone wants to build an application for their business. Someone wants to build a website for their business. That's the kind of jobs that you collect. And one thing I hated about those days is that, especially with the jobs that actually matter. I'm not talking about maybe some shop, maybe someone's personal blog or someone wants to show that they are making cakes and stuff like that. Jobs that actually matter, like companies that build applications, internal tools, and even public-facing booking systems and stuff like that. A lot of times, the stack will always change per project. Yeah, the stack will always change per project. You go to this project, they tell you, okay, they want you to use PHP. You go to another project, the person wants you to use Python. Sometimes it might be the person subcontracting it to you. They want you to use a particular stack because that's the stack they are used to and they want to be able to manage the product. So you as a PHP developer, you see this great opportunity, you see this application, you know you can build it, but the person wants you to use C#. Yeah, they want you to use C#. And then another day, another opportunity comes by and they want you to use Ruby. So then it was really, really difficult saying, okay, I just want to focus on this particular set of technologies. I just want to focus on writing HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and that's all I want to do. It was really difficult. And that's why those days, most of the time, you find people doing almost everything and they'll just say yes to anything, even programming languages they've not written before. Once they see that the deal is good, they'll yeah, I can write C#, and they just run and go and do like a crash course on C# and just try to meet up using their programming experience in another technology. So I really didn't like that time. But then the tech job era came. Yeah, the tech jobs era came. You can work for companies as a front-end developer, you can work as a back-end developer, and even in the JD, in the job description, they already tell you that they're looking for a Node.js developer or they are looking for a PHP developer. And front-end developers, they just know that they have to concentrate on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Sometimes they can say React, or okay, they want React, they want Angular. But even if you write React, you can still apply for a job in a different front-end framework. Once they see your proficiency, they can hire you. They can take the risk on you as long as they see that you are very, very good. So that came and it brought about more focused developers, and we started seeing developers that were even like rock stars because why? They can concentrate on a particular stack and just master it and work in it. So where did the problem start to creep in again? As the market started getting more filled with developers, because people knew that okay, yeah, in tech you can make good money, so we started having more and more developers. So the job to developer ratio started not favoring developers that much. As a developer, getting a job was really, really difficult. It became really, really difficult. We all know, I don't need to say much about how difficult it is getting a tech job, especially your first tech job. Your first tech job, and even right now with the recession and everything, with all the layoffs, it has gotten like 10 times harder. But even before then, people got desperate for jobs. And developers will often find themselves putting the job before their stack. Why? Because they see their developer friends being paid well. You are proficient in Vue, you are learning Vue, you are mastering Vue, your hands are very strong with Vue, but you see a lot of React jobs in the market. And you see a lot of your React friends getting jobs. So you are forced. I've seen this happen to so many people around me. You're forced to go and learn another stack. You start learning React, and as you start learning React, you go to the React market to look for jobs, and you now see that the competition is so tough. because you're not the smartest person in the world. Plenty other people thought like you also and started learning React, and you guys are competing for the same jobs. So, and then before you know it, they will say ATMX is here. People are trying to learn that also. The backend guys, oh, we are Go came, Rust, and all this kind of stuff. The market just keeps swinging, and jobs are asking for different stacks. Sometimes a technology that just came out 6 months ago, because it's now trendy, you start seeing jobs asking for it. So it started causing this same problem of developers just having to jump stack, just having to jump this thing. So with that, we now have a lot of developers with half-baked skills. Yeah, half-baked skills. These guys started learning React 4 months ago because he just wanted a job. How can we trust him with complex projects compared to someone that has devoted the past 3 years to React? It takes a long time to learn a language, whether a language or stack, whatever. It takes a long time to learn a language, to get practical experience, to build awesome stuff, to make your mistake and build mastery in it. It takes a lot. I don't know how many of you know what the Bloom's taxonomy is. You can just do a quick Google search. It shows different levels of mastery, the levels you have to pass through before you say you are a master in a particular thing. It can be poetry, it can be art and craft and stuff, and it also applies to the field of programming. There's also this theory about how many thousand hours it takes to master a particular skill. So because of the whole job descriptions changing from job to job, you're just trying to chase which jobs are available. See developers jumping from Vue to React, jumping from Angular to Svelte, jumping from PHP to Go, just because those things are trendy and they're seeing a lot of jobs coming out. And it's now taking us back to the same problem I mentioned earlier in the contract days, where almost every contract had one stack. So what's the solution? What's the solution? And the solution that I have advised a lot of people, and I have also imbibed myself: focus on one stack, knock out the noise. You see, all these stacks are like churches. You pick one and you stick with it. Focus on one stack, knock out all the noise. Or choose your own noise. Basically, choose your own. If you're going to follow the React noise, just follow React. If you're going to follow Vue, just follow Vue. And when it comes to searching for jobs, only look for jobs in those areas. Because at the end of the day, those jobs you're chasing, it is your proficiency that is going to make you get it. So if you're not building that proficiency because you are jumping from one stack to another because you just want to secure a job, you are just being counterproductive. You are just working against yourself. You are working against yourself. Build proficiency in one stack and go and look for jobs. There are jobs in every stack. In every stack, go and look for jobs. There are jobs in every stack. There are still as much as the popularity of Angular is going down, there's still a lot of Angular jobs out there. And even if your stack or language is not currently the trendy one, it only means that when you get an opportunity, that particular stack, let's say, like I said, Angular popularity is reducing, or let's stick with Angular. I don't want to start any kind of language, but yeah, let's stick with Angular. We all agree that Angular's popularity is decreasing, even though they just bought Angular 17 recently and they're all shining. But it has been dwindling, especially if you are following the state of JavaScript results each year. What that just means is that if you get any Angular opportunity now, you are going to face the lowest competition in terms of numbers. Yeah, I'm not talking in terms of. You are going to face the lowest. You're going to compete with the fewest amount of people. Instead of going to go and compete for a React job, where you're going to meet tons of people who are also facing the same, who are also using the same strategy of learning the most trendy technology in order to get a job. So imagine getting a job in C# these days. How many upcoming developers do you see saying that, oh, I want to write C#? So if you get any C# opportunity, oh my god, you probably will be like 5 guys there or 4 guys there, and that increases the potential of you securing that job. Imagine applying for a C# role and there are only 5 guys. They are not going to be able to take you through 5 levels of interview. It's not possible. How are they going to take 5 guys through 5 levels of interview? Just like saying that 5 teams should play the World Cup and they should pass through the group stage, quarterfinal, semi. It's not possible. So it makes the competition lesser and it gives you more opportunity. And one bonus point I will also give you is that, like I said, proficiency is what matters. And sometimes, this is the bonus point I want to give you. Sometimes people will even take a risk on you if you are coming from a different stack or you are very, very proficient in it. Yeah, if you're a solid engineer, if you're a good engineer, but you're just coming from a different stack, maybe you're applying for a Vue.js job, but you're very good in React. People will take a risk on you. Yeah, if you're a very good developer, if you're a very good Rust developer, and you apply for a Golang job, and they give you the interview. Okay, let's just interview this guy. Let's just talk to him. And they hear about how good you are in Rust. They'll give you the time to go and learn Go, because they want you to transfer all those skills to to Golang. They know that those skills are transferable. The skills of an engineer, the skills of a proficient engineer, they're very transferable. Is your first language, your first stack, your first framework is always the hardest. Once you get that one right, you can transfer all those skills to another stack, especially if you are proficient in the stack that you're coming from. So that's my advice. Stop job chasing. It's going to confuse your career. It's going to confuse your ministry. You're just going to be installing different development environments on your computer. Today you install development environment for Python. Tomorrow you install for Go. Next day you install for Node.js. Calm down. Focus on your stack. Look for jobs in your stack. And I tell you, at the end of the day, your proficiency there is going to matter. So that's my take for today. Don't get confused. Get good. Till I see you next time, I remain your bro in tech, FK.